Hello there and welcome people to another Eat Well Wednesday. This week we're doing pork medallions. So ingredients wise, what you're going to need is 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 600 gram of pork medallions, 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 2 banana shallots, thinly sliced, 250 gram of chestnut mushrooms sliced, 1 garlic clove crushed, 1 tablespoon of plain flour, 400 ml of chicken stock, 4 sprigs of thyme, well I've just bought a jar, half a tablespoon of wholegrain mustard, 100 ml of double cream, and if you, at the end when serving it, mashed potatoes and wilted greens to serve. I'm only doing the main part of it today. So firstly what we need to do is heat the oil in a large non-stick frying pan. So just let me put my pan on. So I'll put it roughly about halfway so it's on a medium heat, and all I'm going to do is add 1 tablespoon, I'm roughly guessing, straight into the pan, and I shall move my camera over here and tilt it so you can see what we're doing. That's fine. And then what else we need to do, so while that oil's heating up, what we need to do is add our pork. I've got normal pork chops. You can do it with normal pork chops or pork medallions. It's completely your choice on this. So all I'm going to do is, while that's it warming up, is add them. And what you need to do is cook them for 2 to 3 minutes or until golden brown, and then we set aside once they're cooked. So until they cook, I'll be back once they're cooked. Welcome back. So as you can see, I've been cooking them and then quite nicely browned. And all what we do with our pork chops or our pork medallions is put to one side in a dish. And then within this, all I'm going to do is turn the heat down a bit more, because I turned the heat up slightly. So the next step is, I'm going to use the same pan anyway, because it just saves cleaning up. So what we do within this pan now, so I'll put that back on the heat. What we do within this is add roughly about 1 tablespoon, or in your case, 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. So I'm only adding 1. And we'll just let that melt, so I'm going to heat up slightly. And then what we need to do is melt the butter until it starts foaming, which it's already started doing, but I need it all melted. Now use my non-stick spoon, because metal scrapes your Teflon off. So put that in there. If you break it up slightly, it dissolves quicker. So once that's all melted, which it nearly has, yeah, that's done. We add our shallots. So I've sliced up my shallots already, which you should be putting 2 in, and we also add to that our mushrooms. So I've already chopped these chestnut mushrooms in. and I leave the skins on. I think skin adds to the flavour, but it's your personal preference whether you peel them or not. And then we cook that on a medium heat for roughly around 10 minutes, just stirring occasionally. So once that's cooked, I shall be back with you folks. Welcome back. So as you can see, these have been cooking for 10 minutes. So what we add now is we throw in our garlic, crushed and chopped up in mine. I'm adding slightly more because I love the taste of garlic. Sharp beet garlic. And what we do is just cook that for roughly about a minute. But whilst we're doing that, what you're also going to need is a jug, and you're going to need 400 ml. I only need 200 because I've halved mine. So just let me fill it up with water. So that's about 200 ml. And now what we're doing is breaking up our chicken stock. I only need half, but I'm going to put just a bit over. I'm just going to put it all in. Just don't mind if it's slightly over. So give that a good stir till it all dissolves. So I'll rest that to one side for a minute, and then within our pan, so our garlic's been cooking, and you can smell the flavours coming off the shallots and the garlics and the mushrooms. And then what we add to this is we add a tablespoon of plain flour, so I'm going to be using about half a tablespoon, and we'll pop that in there, give it a good stir, and just keep on stirring so it doesn't burn or stick to the bottom. And once that's, as you can see, it's soaked up all the liquids. Because we're trying to make sure it's lump free as well. And then what we also add now is our stock, which has nearly all dissolved. So we're our stock in there, and what we need to do is make sure we don't have any lumps of the flour in it. It's not worse than eating it on a big lump of flour. As you can see, it's thickening it up, so that's getting really thick. And then as we're doing that, what we need to do is add the thyme. So this says 4 sprigs of thyme. So I'm going to roughly guess, because I've got a jar, and that's all I'm putting in. Just a bit of a shake of thyme, and that's definitely strong. And then what I'm also adding is our mustard. So mustard wise, in this we're using wholegrain mustard, and it says half a tablespoon, so I'm just going to stick just underneath half in. And that should do it. And then give that a good stir so it distributes evenly. Turn it up so it starts boiling up slightly again. Just be careful not to let it stick to the bottom of the pan or burn to the bottom of the pan. And then what we add now, so with our pork chops, all we're doing is adding them, so basically warming them back up. Either your pork chops or your pork medallions. Coat them in the sauce. And then what we do with that, so once it starts simmering, which it's just started to do, we cook them for roughly 5 to 7 minutes, or until the pork is fully cooked. It should already be fully cooked because I always cook pork or chicken slightly that bit longer, just make sure, because you have to be careful with this. But yeah, just leave that for 5 to 7 minutes, and then I'll show you the last bit what we do. So I'll join you shortly. So yeah, as you can see folks, it's been cooking for 5 to 7 minutes. And then what we do now is, with our cream, it says 100ml, but since I've reduced mine, I'm only using roughly about 50. So all I'm going to do is roughly guess, and that should be about it. And then we give that a good stir. Eat it until it starts simmering, which shouldn't be long at all because it's already started doing it. And then it is ready to serve. So I'll just move my camera over here. This is only for 2 of us, but the one who doesn't want any is offering. Over the pan. Which I'm sure she'll get a taste.
She better.
So.
Wow, that looks divine. That'd be nice with some fresh broccoli. Or green beans.
Mash.
Raquel's filling hers up more than yours, Callum.
Well, I cooked it. That's my excuse. So, there you have it, chaps. So with that, you can either have mashed tater, green vegetables, or whatever you fancy going with it. Do you want to give it a try, Sally?
Yeah.
So Sally's going to do one of our ever important.
I usually do the important taste test. Yes. I'll go with just a mushroom then, because then I'll get the flavour. Right, got it. Okay. Ooh, very nice indeed. Get this made at home. Beautiful. Oh.
So there you have it. Another week of Eat Well. So join us again next week for another spectacular recipe. Take care, folks.
I want to see, yeah.